The comedian Dudley Moore has died at the age of 66 after a long battle with a degenerative brain disease. Moore was at the vanguard of British comedy in the 1960s, but is perhaps best known for his movie roles in films such as Arthur and Ten. Moore was also an accomplished musician and jazz pianist. Nick Hyam looks back at his life.
Mr. Spigot.
Oh, yes, Spigot by name, Spigot by nature.
They were a classic comedy double act. Peter Cook was tall and posh and supercilious. Dudley Moore, short and common and irrepressible, as when playing a one-legged man auditioning to play Tarzan.
I've got nothing against your right leg. The trouble is, neither of you.
A partnership which began in the groundbreaking satirical revue Beyond the Fringe continued in Not Only but Also.
It's 500,000 quid we pay for that. Those nude women come out of our pocket, Dad. Well, you could get the real nude ladies over there for that price.
Yeah. My Aunt Dolly would have done it for nothing.
The pair brought the new satire to a mass audience.
He was very much loved, actually, Dud. Dud was the bit that made the more caustic Peter Cook, and who really was a kind of comic genius. He made the act buzz in the way that those things do. It always requires two to make it really happen.
He started out with Beyond the Fringe in the very early 1960s with Alan Bennett and Jonathan Miller and Peter Cook, and that was a very, very important period. It sort of was the precursor to Monty Python.
The young Dudley Moore had won an organ scholarship to Oxford and proved a brilliant jazz musician, but he'd a club foot, and his upbringing in a poor Dagenham family left its mark in later life.
Very depressed because I didn't feel good about myself. My self-esteem was terrible because of my foot, because of my size.
Parting from Cook, he went to Hollywood to become an unlikely sex symbol. Women, just like Bo Derek in Ten, fell for cuddly Dudley.
I'm Arthur Bart.
In Arthur, he played a romantic drunk. He himself was married 4 times and suffered bouts of anxiety and depression. His career was brought to an early end when he developed a rare degenerative illness which affected his speech and movement. At first, people thought, wrongly, that he was drunk. He'd always seemed unsatisfied, even by his own success. It was a sad end for a performer who'd helped to change the face of British comedy.
And there'll be a special tribute to Dudley Moore on BBC One this Saturday night at 11 o'clock.